So one downside. Hello, Bob Richards. Thank you for joining. The one downside. I mean, there's a couple downsides, I'll be honest, about these, I don't know. I don't even know what they're called. Headphones versus like the earbuds that most people wear now. One of my earbuds died a couple months back, and I was thinking about getting some new ones, but they're fairly expensive, and I lose them, and you gotta charge them, and you know, I don't know, I find that they're a pain in the ass in a lot of different ways. So I decided to go with these, and they're cheap. They were like 20 bucks or $19.99, but who's counting? And I've been very pleased, but the only downside, I mean, there's a couple downsides again, but the biggest downside is when you cram them in your pocket, somehow they entangle themselves with themselves and get all knotted together. I don't know how many fishermen are out there, but the worst thing about fishing, especially when you take a kid fishing, is you spend most of the time untying, unsnagging, unnarling their line. And let me tell you, when you have like 100 yards of 8-pound test on a reel and it all comes out and it all comes in this big hairy bunch of line, really can suck, and you can spend most of your time untangling the line rather than fishing. Hello, Hugh. Well, thank you for recognizing me. Thank you for recognizing me, Hugh. Hello, AJ. Hello, Omega. Hello, Santi. Hello, James. Hello, Michael. Hello, Nick. Hello, Ryan. Hello, User. Hello, Mary Lou Caps Giersch. That's a lot of names, Mary Lou Caps Giersch. Hello, Blue Eye. Hello, John Dunson. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Big R&R, Bonnie. Andre, User. Anytime I see the name Andre, I think Andre the Giant. Mike Hill, Smart, Okayla, Zelmark. I missed somebody's name, and I apologize for that. Hello, Kelly Doyle. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is, what day is it? It's Tuesday morning. Because I'm not working, it must be Tuesday morning. So excited. So excited. Although I do appreciate the job that I have, and I value that I get to go to my job on the days I'm working. I'll tell you what, the days I have off that I don't get to go to work feel really good. Good morning, Brian Finnegan. Hello, Hookah Sesh. But anyway, it's Tuesday morning. It is September 5th, and the reason I know that is I took a moment. I paused before pushing live. Usually I push live as quickly as possible because that's the way it comes out the most natural, the most funny, and I'm always laughing because I'm sitting here, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, I'm decaffeinated, I'm not enthused. Hello, Josh. And I don't know, you push live and you're going, shoot, what am I going to talk about? 3, I have nothing to say. 2, do I look good? 1, I'm live, and all of a sudden it's there. Brian, you got to get me that Starbucks gift card. You've been teasing me with this Starbucks gift card for almost a month now. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate we might have to arrange a rendezvous for the Starbucks gift card, and I do appreciate it, so thank you. But anyway, this is a show I've been doing. Having a little hard time getting comfortable. I think my chair's askew. It feels like I'm sitting at this sort of angle. Good morning, Cindy Strickland. Good morning from North Carolina, Billy Rice. Feels like I'm sitting at this sort of angle, but it's probably almost imperceptible, except to my very sensitive bottom that can distinguish slight variances in angles and slopes and what have you. Is it too dark? Can you guys see me this morning? It's staying darker and darker and darker and darker. And I'm going to have to start pushing my show later and later and later. and wearing more layers every day. Lois, thank you so much for following the live creator. Hello, Jasmine Jones. I so appreciate anyone that tunes in that finds me interesting or funny or inspirational or silly or downright stupid or obnoxious. Because I can be all of those things depending on my moment. You're going into work early this morning. Well, you go get them, Cindy Strickland. You go get them. But anyway, this is a show I have been doing for about 4 years and change, in different forms and different formats and different platforms. And it's a show I enjoy. It's a show of me talking. It's a show of me sharing some ups and downs and some feelings, sharing a little bit of my natural enthusiasm for life. I have a lot of energy. It's a little overwhelming to some people at some times. I think for most of my life, I was trying to bury who I am, and who I am is a bunch of different things rolled into this. You know, it can be good, bad, and ugly. But now I'm just kind of letting it all hang out. And that's a little bit of what the show is about: accepting who we are, loving who we are, forgiving us, forgiving ourselves, and doing the best we can and getting a little bit better, or striving to get a little bit better every day. So, no Midwest Mama, I am not currently in my downtown Naperville. I definitely will be there later today. So yes, I'm not currently in downtown Naperville. But anyway, only a little bit of Deutsch. For those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking and sharing some feelings and sharing some experiences. For those that have been watching a while, you know. Hold on here, let me take a little break. Let me wash out, cleanse my palate. I used to work at a fancy restaurant back in college. I was a waiter. And we'd bring out little scoops of sherbet between their meal and their dessert to cleanse the palate. I think it was between their, I forget what 2 courses it was between, but we'd bring out a little tiny little scoop of sherbet to cleanse their palate. Hello, RJ. Hello, Edward. I could use a sorbet. I think it's called a sorbet. I love using French words. I'm sure sorbet is probably a French word. Not totally sure, but it ends in an A, and it's not spelled A-Y, it's spelled E-T. Makes me think it should be French. But anyway, you guys know it's not just a show about me talking. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have this nice hot cup of coffee. You know it's hot because you saw me pour it, and the steam came out of it. I'm excited to have my very first sip at this early hour today, and my only hope, I mean, I got a lot of hopes right now. I got a lot of dreams, and I'm excited about chasing them. So when I say it's my only hope, it's just for the benefit of the introduction, because that's what I say. Oh, RJ, I got a story about that. Is that you have a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh yeah. A little more. RJ gets the fall blend. And again, I take my first sip of coffee. I feel it going through my body. I feel it running through my capillaries. The milligrams of caffeine going into my brain and making me feel all kind of funny inside. And it feels so good. But I'll tell you, it's not the fall blend, RJ. It is the pumpkin spice. Oh, no, not the pumpkin spice you may be thinking of. It's the pumpkin spice by Dunkin' Donuts. Hey, Kathy, thank you so much for sharing the live. I appreciate it. I hope more viewers share the live. I'd like to get my story, whatever that story is, out to a larger audience. I have a lot of fun with it. And I think some people find some, I don't know, companionship. Some companionship, or again, a little pick-me-up in the morning, or realize they're not alone, and hopefully makes a little bit of difference, and I think that it does. So thank you for sharing the live. Oh, the coffee. It's the pumpkin spice by Dunkin' Donuts. Thank you, RJ, for sharing the live. For those that have watched a while, you know I started working at a super target, kind of an entry-level position while I find out what I want to do in life. I was a realtor for 17 years, expected to stay in real estate sales probably till I dropped. And a bunch of events happened, and I realized I wanted more out of life. I'm 55 years old. I wanted to accomplish something big, and I don't think I could have accomplished something big being a pretty good realtor in Naperville, Illinois. And I thought I had more to offer the world, and I still don't even know necessarily what that looks like, but I think I do, and I hope that I do, and I hope somehow, some way it comes through Coffee with Ken. But for the last few years, I've been kind of thinking of leaving real estate. I had a bunch of catalysts, we'll call them, help me make the decision to not rejoin realty at the beginning of the year, and I started working at a super target. My point being is that I work in the cereal aisle, and the aisle next door is the coffee aisle. And the coffee aisle, we had a display at an end cap of various pumpkin spices that were for sale, and various pumpkin spice coffees that were for sale. And I took a picture and posted it on my Facebook page for anybody. I don't know, look me up, Coffee with Ken, or Ken Tracy on Facebook if you care to, if you're watching right now. And took a picture. There was the Market Pantry, which is the Target brand. There was the Starbucks pumpkin spice, and there was the Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice. And I've been drinking a lot of the Starbucks pumpkin spice. We ran out the other day, and we ordered the Fall Blend coffee by Starbucks. I'll tell you what, it's a fine cup of coffee, but it's just that. Oh, Becca, thank you so much for sending me the roses. I so appreciate that. It's a fine cup of coffee, but it's just a fine cup of coffee. It's nothing special. I don't even know why it's Fall Blend. I would have expected more, I don't know, flavors of something, but again, what do I know? And maybe they're there, and maybe my palate is just dead to, I don't know, dead. Any taste buds in there? I'm not sure. Maybe I have no taste buds. Coffee makes you happy. Well, Becca, you came to the right place. I appreciate it. Here's to you, Becca, and thank you for the roses again. But anyway, so we ordered the Fall Blend the other day, and it was okay. But I don't want my coffee to be just okay. You know, I'm a guy with a Coffee with Ken mug. I have a Coffee with Ken show, and I'm learning how to order Coffee with Ken t-shirts and sweatshirts and hoodies and stickers and all sorts of fun things. And I'd really like to do this, and whatever this is, but make it grow and have fun with it. So I consider coffee important. I look forward to it. It's some of the best moments of my day, or sitting on the couch drinking coffee, getting my day started, and anticipating the day. And we made, accidentally, inadvertently, made a pot of the Fall Blend. I think we set it up last night and pushed start, and it was half brewed. And when I realized it was Fall Blend, the coffee we've been drinking for just the last several days, that was just okay. And I realized I had a virginal bag full of Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice. When I realized the grave errors of my way, I dumped out the Fall Blend. I dumped out the, I was thinking about, should I save it for later? And I go, hell, later I won't want it either. Later I'm going to want more pumpkin spice. And whipped up a couple pots of the Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice. And here I am with you today. And that's my story to you about the Fall Blend and how my experience with making the coffee. Do I drink coffee all day? No, yes, no. I can. I don't necessarily. At any time during the day, if somebody goes, hey, you want a cup of coffee? I'll probably say, yeah. Yeah. I can sleep fine after drinking coffee. I think if you do anything to excess, most amount of pots I drank in a day. I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, sat at Starbucks for several hours and kept getting the refills. I don't know. Good morning, Keith. Oh, donut munchkins. RJ is bringing up his children. Are they? Wait, are your kids watching the show, RJ? We're going to have to get 2 little baby-sized shirts of Coffee with Ken for them. Munchkins. Let's talk about munchkins a little bit here. I'm glad you brought that up, RJ. They've shrunk and they've gotten more expensive. And that's kind of true with life. That's kind of true with life. I've never tried Death Wish coffee. Everything's gotten smaller and more expensive. I talked about working at Super Target. A couple aisles over is the chip aisle. The bag of Tostitos, I like, my favorite chips are the Tostitos. They're just kind of, I think, classic, just kind of regular, not too crunchy, not too soft, just right. But the bag keeps shrinking and the price keeps going up. Sometimes the bag will shrink and the price will stay the same, and it's happening with cereal. We now sell like 9 ounces of boxes of Cinnamon Life, and we charge the same as we always used to. Thank you, Edward. I appreciate that. But specifically with the munchkins, they used to be big little, not big, but decent-sized nuggets of joy. But now they're almost like large pills you could almost swallow without chewing. Yeah, it is shrinkflation. Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts? As far as the donuts go, Krispy Kreme. The variety of Krispy Kreme donuts is somewhat lacking, but the lusciousness of a Krispy Kreme donut fresh from the store is hard to ignore. I don't know if they still have stores. They had a big one in Woodridge near where I used to live, and it went away, and now a beautiful Clara's restaurant is there. Clara's restaurant. It's not a chain. It's an Italian restaurant. But the Krispy Kreme donuts are delicious. They melt in your mouth. But again, the variety is somewhat lacking. I don't know if you guys have Mariano, Sandra Lynn. That's where I'm going. Sandra Lynn and I are on the same page this morning. Mariano's does have great donuts, and you get a dozen for like $7.99, and they're special. They're not small, they're not hard, they're usually pretty darn fresh, and they're big, and they're worth it, and they're $7.99 for a dozen. I'm still thinking back to when I was a kid, and they were like $2.50 a dozen, but obviously over 45 or 50 years, things are going to change, prices are going to change. But just seeing the prices change and drastically over the last 3 years. IDK, I'm laughing with you. I'm laughing with you. But I won't repeat that. But I thought that was pretty funny. Hello, not original. Seeing the prices change as drastically as they have over the last 3 years has been off-putting. And seeing them change across the board, I don't want to talk economics. But as a guy that was a realtor for 17 years and is always, intrigued by home prices and real estate prices and the economy and the stock market, it has been an interesting few years, and I expect it will continue to be interesting for a little bit of time. Maxim says, nothing beats a farmer's market donut, cinnamon and sugar. Yeah, those are delicious. Roseanne, thank you for following the live creator. Are you a fan of apple cider donuts fresh from the orchard? Oh, yes, I am. Twice divorced. And one of the things I've missed out with my older girls is my first wife and I used to take them to, I'll think of the name of the orchard, just west of here. Really neat place. And we'd take them every year and pick apples fresh from the tree. And when we finished up, we'd go in, we'd get some coffee, and we'd get a bunch of those apple cider donuts. And I really love them. No, it's not. No. I'll think of the orchard, RJ. I'll think of the orchard. Keller's? I think it might be Keller's. But anyway, really nice memories there, and haven't done it for a long time. Maybe we can go this year, and I think that'd be neat. And I think it's good to start new memories with the new people in your life. And yeah, I just missed that. And I think it is Keller's. But anyway, great orchard west of here, probably about 45 minutes. And you know, they got the maze, the hay maze, not the hay maze, the, I don't know, maze where you find your way out of, and they got a bunch of tractors, and again, great, beautiful. You ride behind a tractor out to the apple orchard, and I don't know. I just remember, I'm so excited about fall. I'm so excited about fall. I talk about it a lot, but it's such a nice season with so many special memories. And I guess we're rolling into fall. The pool's shut yesterday afternoon. Yesterday afternoon, I drove by our pool in our neighborhood, and it was closing down, and turning the chapter on summer and heading into fall, and looking forward to it. Let's have a little more coffee. So it's Tuesday morning. Super excited about my day, although my day is not set in stone. Kind of have a free day. Kind of going to love on my babies as much as possible. Kind of going to take care of some things around the house. Get a little bit of work done. Because there's some things, I'll be honest, there's some things I've been putting off for the last couple weeks, some things that need addressed, some things that need taken care of. And I've found myself lately in a really happy, calm, peaceful state of mind, and feeling good, and not wanting to deal with some ugliness that needs dealt with. So kind of putting it off, and kind of delaying it, and kind of saying I'll do it tomorrow. But I think tomorrow has come, and I think today, if I sat down and spent a half an hour taking care of some yucky stuff that'll put my mind in a bad frame, I'll feel good to have addressed it, and to have faced my fear, and to spend some time and invested some time and sent the emails and addressed the issues that need addressed, because there's some issues in my life that need addressed, and some issues I'm looking forward to having resolved. I'm going to keep it kind of vague, but I'll just keep it kind of vague right now. And putting an end to some stuff, to some harassment and bullying that's gone on over the last couple of years. And we're looking forward to working towards that. But again, I don't like putting my mind, even thinking about it, my blood pressure gets hot raised. And I have had such a beautiful morning and a great, amazing last couple weeks, hot raised. And I have had such a beautiful morning and a great, amazing last couple weeks, and morning and a great, amazing last couple weeks, and yeah. But sometimes even when things are, hello, Sandy Shepard from West Virginia. Going great in life. To keep them going great, you have to take care of some business. Uh-oh, lost connection. Lost connection. Lost connection. How's my connection? How's my connection? How's my connection? Somebody tell me if you can see me. Now I got an unstable connection. Is anybody talking? Are you? Hey, RJ says I look great. Well, I got a good connection. I'm going to keep rolling. I've done some digging on those people and leaving nasty comments on your videos. They aren't smart. No, it's amazing, IDK. I appreciate whoever you are that you've done some digging. It's so weird because these people are telling you guys all I'm a bad person. And I'm an imperfect person. There's no doubt about it. You know, I've got a DUI. I've talked about that at length. And I've yelled at a kid at a track practice a year and a half ago and resigned from a coaching position. And I've been twice divorced. And I make no secrets about any of my stuff. But I don't know. And I'll get off it, but they're so insulting towards me. I mean, they'll make fun of my teeth, my weight, say I look old or fat or ugly or stupid or crazy. And it's just so weird. if you're really trying to, I just don't think insults are a good way. If you're trying to influence people, being mean is not a good way to influence others. And it's strange they'd get caught up in that. So, I don't know. Some troll try messaging them. You should chat with them a little bit. But, well, I'm glad we got a good connection again. It always is bothersome for me when our signal gets glitchy, and I hope we can keep a good connection. Yeah, no, it is like 5 people with 6 accounts each. They're very determined. If I am hooked into my home's Wi-Fi and I come out onto this patio, well, Michael, I appreciate that, Michael. I appreciate that. But anyway, if I come out on the patio, my signal can get glitchy. And, yeah. Oh, well, Sandy Shepard, you're always a bright spot in my day. I don't even know who you are or, again, you guys, it's funny because a lot of people do some background checking and look up other accounts and what have you. I don't even look at the profile pictures of most of you, or, but I consider, I've gotten to know some of you just through conversations over the time, but I don't even necessarily, some people don't even, like IDK has been hopping on my page for, I don't know, a couple months now, and I don't know if they're a man or a woman. I just kind of, I don't know, more, everybody's welcome, and I appreciate that. So I don't know what my point is, but I don't do a whole lot of background checking in anybody. But thank you all for joining. Wow, we got 56 people here. Cybercrimes is working on IP addresses. Yes, that is true. Think about it. Oh, you're a male, 23 years old. We've got the cybercrimes department for the Naperville Police Department tracking down IP addresses. I want some heads to roll, to be honest with you. I want some heads to roll. I'm normally not one. Hello, Deanna from West Virginia. We got 2 West Virginians today. You have a private investigator at your hands. I don't know. Recently found out. Well, it'll be fun. Hello, Tracy from Indiana. We got 50 people. Oh, I'm enjoying the day. I'm so excited about my day, Tracy from Indiana. It's fairly warm and muggy. I'm coming at you from Naperville, Illinois, which is a town about 145,000 people. Walleye Slayer. I like that. Walleye's a good fish. Good eating fish. Oh, hello, Cheryl from the Philippines. How are you? I was up early this morning. I woke up about 4 o'clock and came down and popped on John Denver music, as I have a habit to do. And John Denver kind of warms my heart and fills my soul with good memories, and all the songs that come on, Jim Croce, and sometimes you draw a blank, a total blank, for other singers of his ilk, Simon and Garfunkel. Who else did we hear this morning? We heard a bunch of great singer-songwriters, and that bring back memories of the 70s and, fond memories of my childhood and what have you. And drinking coffee before the kids are up and, relaxing on the couch and just enjoying the morning and the quiet and the peace with somebody special is probably one of my favorite parts of the day. So let's have a little more coffee. So anyway, I don't know how much I have for you. I don't know how long you guys want to talk today. It's getting ready. When I say getting ready, when I'm getting ready, it's really grabbing. Hey, by the way, if anyone wants to buy a pot, go to the link on my profile and buy themselves a pot. Makes a great gift. Isn't it a great way to start the day? It sure is. But again, I just grabbed some things. I grabbed some water because I think it's important to be hydrated. You don't have to say you have a question. Don't announce your question. Just fire it out. And if it's insulting, you'll get dispatched. But please fire out the question. But anyway, when I'm getting ready, make custom coffee with Ken pots. I like the sound of that. That's a great idea. I've got the custom coffee with Ken mugs. can I give my 4-month-old Maltese Starbucks whipped cream? Absolutely. Absolutely. A little whipped cream never hurt anybody. It's just dairy. I gave my 4-month-old baby Starbucks whipped cream. But that's a great question. Somebody asked if they could give their 4-month-old Maltese the Starbucks whipped cream. Starbucks gives out little pup cups, they call them, little Dixie cups filled with whipped cream. Generally, I think they're for people going through drive-up with dogs in their car, and they want the dog to have a treat. They want dog owners to love Starbucks, and it works. Starbucks is a great marketing machine. And I realized, I was talking to a barista, I don't know, a couple of years ago, and saying, hey, I want to bring my little boy. At the time, my son Augie was just a little boy. He was, I don't know, a year old or 8-9 months old or something like that. And they're going, yeah, and you can get him a pup cup. Little did they know I would start getting pup cups every time I go in with my kids. And they are awesome. And I've talked about it before, my little son, and I'm only going to say he has Down syndrome because it makes him even cuter and sweeter. His name is Augie. And he's so passionate about everything. And he's my little nugget of love. And when I got home from work last night, he sat on my lap and we shared some pretzels, and it was just a sweet moment. But when I take him to Starbucks, I'll give him a spoonful of the whipped cream, and he opens his mouth up as wide as he possibly can, sticks his tongue out. He's the sweetest little thing. He's the sweetest little thing. Good morning, Debbie. Yeah, well, okay. NC600's appreciating that I answered that they could give their Maltese Starbucks whipped cream, and they're thanking me because they wanted to make sure they could. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a dietitian. I have no medical background other than I give whipped cream to anybody. Italian beef, Philly cheesesteak is nice, and we've talked about this before, but I like an Italian beef. I think if you get a Philly cheesesteak, although they're really good too, I could eat an Italian beef probably 5 days a week, but I'd only want to eat a Philly cheesesteak once a week before I got tired of it. You put an Italian beef with maybe some sausage and some peppers, and you can throw on some mozzarella cheese. That's when I'm feeling wealthy. And let me tell you, as a guy working at Super Target paying child support to 2 ex-wives, I'm rarely feeling wealthy these days. But if I come across some unexpected wealth, sweet peppers, although hot peppers are good too, but I always get sweet peppers. And I'll go crazy and I'll get all that, and I'll tell them, hey, I'm not going to order it now, but I'm thinking Portillo's. I'm going to come back and get a large chocolate shake. And after I eat my sandwich, I usually get it with water because I don't need the useless calories or the useless expenditure of money. I'll tell you what, you want to save money in life? Stop ordering Coke at restaurants and stop ordering beer when you go out. Stop drinking alcohol. You'll save a ton of money. It's amazing. You order, drinks, the dinner bill's going to be twice as expensive. You let your kids order pops at restaurants, your bill's going to be at least 50% more. Plus, it's a bunch of crap that your body doesn't need, and you're better off drinking water. But, don't give up on treats. Save the useless calories for worthwhile calories. And you know what a worthwhile calorie is? A huge chocolate shake from Portillo's. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Elna, thank you so much for following the live creator. Are you from somewhere in Asia by chance? Your name of Maglasang sounds, I don't know, I'm going to guess Laotian or something like that. And I don't know if I really know what a Laotian name is, but I like to say the word Laotian. Portillo's double bacon cheeseburgers. Somebody was raving about the cheeseburgers at Portillo's to me, or the hamburgers or the cheeseburgers. To me, the cheeseburgers or the hamburgers there taste like hamburgers or cheeseburgers. But I think they're big beef with Italian sausage and sweet peppers. Extra au jus is pretty special. His name was Jimmy. Oh. The cake shakes are so good. Where is the best burger? Wait, we know, RJ. We know where the best burger, and I'm only talking to Naperville people here. I want to go. I want to go to Jackson Avenue Pub in downtown Naperville and get myself a burger in the next week. Maybe if I find somebody special to go with me, I'll bring her along and bring back memories and bring back good times and probably get El Diablo, which, by the way, the burgers there are so good, and they have like 30 of them on the menu, and usually, if you get a burger, you'll get it with cheese or without cheese, or with mushrooms or without mushrooms, but each one of their burgers is really an exciting different experience. And they're so good. And my favorite, I think, there is the El Diablo, and the hot peppers on there are very hot. And I don't want to get into TMI, so I won't, but I'll just leave it at that. Their hot peppers are very hot. Let's go and try a new burger we've never had. I like that. The fries are better at the Lantern. Wait, you're talking about the Lantern? You're coming here, Madison Letourneau? I hope you do. I think you'll enjoy Naperville. It's a great town. Great downtown, great bars. I'd like to say the shopping's great, and I don't even know, but the shopping has changed in downtown Naperville as things have changed. They used to have a Gap. They used to have, I don't know, just more kind of regular stores where you could go buy regular clothes. But now they've replaced it with kind of these boutiques where, you buy a shirt, it's $200. And I don't know. I think a little bit's changed. And I guess life changes and things change, and we got to roll with it and not fight it and be okay that the Gap's gone. Crosstown has great wings. Oh, they do. You guys aren't even listening to me. You guys aren't even talking about downtown Naperville. You're now talking about Crosstown, which is a bar probably a mile from downtown Naperville. And they do have great wings. They do have a neat bar. They do sell extra large beers, which I really appreciate, or I used to appreciate. For some reason, and maybe it's the cheapness in me or just the consumer in me likes huge servings of things. I like the huge shake. I like the big beef. I like the big beers. When I think of Outback Steakhouse, but I think the Lantern is the coolest bar in all of Naperville, and I've talked about it at length. It's a dive bar. It's a local bar. It's got the coolest location. It's right on the corner of Washington and Chicago, right in the heart of downtown. It's a big bar. It's got darts. It's got free popcorn. It's got a big old-fashioned bar. It's got cool things to look at on the ceiling. It's got good drink specials. When I say drink specials, I mean beer specials. They usually have a beer of the month that's $4 for a 16-ounce, high-end beer that they're just trying to get rid of. And when most bars are probably charging $7-8 for a beer, I don't know, $4 is a good value. Their food's great. Their onion rings are fantastic. The music they play is great. Again, they give out free popcorn. The staff is always nice and welcoming. And if you go there as often as I did, I don't know. Again, the music's cool. The mix of people's cool. You'll get some, old neighborhood townies that have been there probably a long time. But you'll also get some good-looking college kids that come for whatever later at night. And you get, a good mix of people. And I'll say the Lantern is by far my favorite bar in Naperville. But if I'm just going for a burger, if I'm going to the Lantern, I'm going to get myself a patty melt with onion rings. Oh, yes, I am. And you know what? I don't know why anyone has a problem with it. Anybody that has a problem with this is just plain weird, if you ask me. I pour ketchup and I dip my onion rings in ketchup. I've had people sitting next to me look like I'm come from Mars for putting ketchup on an onion ring. I don't know. It seems like it goes to me. Hey, Miss Joan, thank you so much for sharing the live. Young woman just ran by. Well, thank you, Kayla. Thank you, Madison Letourneau. But first, thank you, Kayla, for being a part of my day and joining in on the fun. Yeah, Madison, I'm telling you, I've done it, and they've looked at me like, What the hell is wrong with you? You're dipping onion rings in ketchup? To me, an onion ring is very fry-like. It's deep fried. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, they're good. They are good. And I love when they're so hot, because I like things extra hot, as opposed to tepid. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but when you bite into an onion ring, and I had a slight overbite, I think it's caused me to not be able to clip things as cleanly as I'd like to, if you know what I mean. If the scissors aren't lining up and they're kind of going like this, if you have an overbite and you bite down on something, you don't always make a clean incision. And sometimes when you do it with a piping hot onion ring right out of the oil, you'll bite and you won't clip the onion, and you pull it out and the onion will go flat. And it'll be really, 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 really hot. And it can hurt. But it's a pain that's worthwhile. Good morning, Gibby. Hey, Jordan Thomas. Sandra Lynn is saying mixed ketchup and mayo. Isn't that Thousand Island dressing? Isn't that what Thousand Island pretty much is? I think that it is, but I don't know. Hello, Gibby. Thank you for joining. But anyway, it's close. It's close to Thousand Island. I could be wrong. But anyway, I'm getting kind of hungry. I've had exactly one chocolate Entenmann donuts this morning. One. Somebody was really keeping tabs on how many donuts were being eaten. And I had chocolate. And the problem with chocolate, chocolate Entenmann donuts is really nice. But apparently it looked like when they were delivered or when they were picked up from the grocery store, they were left in a hot place for too long. And the chocolate melted and coagulated and stuck together. And you pull one out and they come in twos and you got to yank it off. And I don't know. I think I'm thinking about the crumble donut from Entenmann's and how good it is. How messy it is, but how good it is. And they sell whole boxes, 8-packs of the crumble donuts, but I don't get those. I don't get the 8-pack of crumble donuts, even though they're my favorite, because I value variety as much almost as awesome flavor. And I prefer the variety pack of Entenmann's that comes with the 2 plain, which are fairly good, but the last to be eaten. 2 chocolate, which are good, but can be messy and also can stick together, as we've talked about. The 2 glazed, which are amazingly sweet but delicious. And, of course, 2 of the crumbles. 2 of the crumbles. Have I ever been to Fogo de Chao? No, I have not. I think the days for me enjoying a all-you-can-eat place are gone. And I believe Fogo de Chao has an awesome salad bar that's all you can eat for like $25. I can't eat enough salad bar to get $25 worth of food. And then if you chase it with you get all you can eat meat coming to you, I just can't eat that much anymore that I feel I'll get a good value. And I hate to say value, but if I'm at an all-you-can-eat place and they bring me a plate and I eat it and I'm full and I don't want it anymore, I feel like I'm being screwed. You know what I mean? I want to order more just because I can. The one area I will go against that, and I do order this at the Lantern, is with fish and chips. I can't eat as much as I used to. I can't get, 4 or 5 plates of fish like I probably could when I was 25, now that I'm 55. But if they bring out 3 little cod nuggets, which are so tasty, dipped in tartar sauce, I could go for some fish and chips. Is it Lent yet? It's not even Friday. Do I need to go get some fish and chips today? I'm so excited. My day is free. Hello, Laura. How's Uncle Julio's? I haven't been to the Uncle Julio's. Was a restaurant bar that probably opened 4 or 5 years ago in downtown Naperville, and they switched locations. And honestly, I haven't gone to the new location yet. I walked by there the other day. The patio was abuzz. The crowd looked like they were having a nice time. I don't remember it well enough to say. I think the atmosphere there is pretty cool. all you can eat, but it's so good. You guys still there? I'm at a lost connection. Nobody's complaining. Good connection. Hello, RJ. Was I gone for a while? And if I was, did you miss me? And Audrey, is that my daughter's friend, RJ? Or Audrey? RJ and Audrey. Okay, Tara Jacobs said frozen. Oh, I do like malted vinegar with my fish and chips, Sandra. Oh, I really do. Oh, I do. It reminds me of, again, I've talked about it before, my mother growing up in Scotland. And going there in 78, and I think we went again in 1986, and going and getting these huge pieces of fish. Probably, I like to think just caught from the North Sea by some guy playing a bagpipe, and covered over these big tray of fries and pouring salt and malted vinegar. I'll tell you what, one of my earliest memories in Scotland, the food in Britain kind of sucks. Let's just be honest about that. British food generally sucks. But they do have nice little pockets of things like fish and chips and a lot of like little cookies and things that you have with tea. But they can't be real healthy over there because, again, the food sucks. I don't think I've ever had a salad in the 5 times I visited Britain. I don't think I had a salad. The closest thing I had to a salad was like peas. And let me tell you, peas suck as well. Let's just be honest. Peas are yucky. They're pasty and nasty, and they don't even taste good. So, but my point is this. I would go to one of these fish and chip shops, and we would go to Scotland like 2 weeks at a time in the summer. And they were probably my fondest memories I have growing up as a kid. But we'd go to a fish and chip shop regularly, and, you know, as good as they are, maybe I wouldn't want to order fish and chips 2 weeks straight at the fish and chip shop. But they would sell frozen pizzas. And you know how they cooked? You know how they cooked the frozen pizza at the fish and chip shop? Oh, yeah, the same way they'd cook the fish. They'd take it and they'd dip it in a vat of oil and let the pizza cook, and then they bring it out and give it to you. I'm not going to make any judgment or any call or anything, but it just surprised me that that's how they would cook their pizza at a fish and chip shop. Probably not the healthiest way to cook it. It probably was delicious. Oh, yes, I am. No, well, they boiled them in oil, Amanda. They boiled them in oil. Fish flavor. I mean, maybe they used separate oil. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. But without a doubt, it was dipped in boiling oil. And probably didn't take too long. Without a doubt, it was dipped in boiling oil. And probably didn't take too long to cook. But because I'll tell you what, boiling oil is pretty hot. And I believe it's not just that it's hot. I think there's something called specific heat. And RJ's my engineer friend. I kind of remember from chemistry in high school learning about specific heat, which means if you put your finger in like 150-degree water, liquid water, liquids have a way of transferring heat in an extremely efficient way. And if you put your finger in 150-degree water, you're going to burn your finger. But you could go in a sauna that's 150-degree air temperature, but not burn your body. What's better, Home Run Inn pizza or fresh from the restaurant? Well, I'm going to say fresh from the restaurant. I mean, I would rather have a Home Run Inn pizza than a Domino's pizza or one of those cheap pizzas by far. But I'm going to say, and it's almost not fair, because I've eaten so many frozen Home Run Inn pizzas in my time that I almost take them for granted. But honestly, I don't take them for granted. I don't. I enjoy every one. And if I got a sausage and pepperoni Home Run Inn pizza that can feed, a small family, or me if I'm really hungry, and I still value it. I'm still excited about every piece. And if there's a couple pieces left that nobody wants to eat, I'll tend to shove them down just because they're so good. They're so good. Freedom Brothers has the best pizza. I don't know if that's a store-bought. Blaze is my favorite. got some jokes I could say about that. Anybody that says a different frozen pizza is better, I don't think could have tried the home run in pizza. That's how good it is. That's how good it is. But anyway, all this talking about food, all new places by Jewel off Napier. I'm a stone's throw away from there right now, Sandra Lynn. I couldn't really throw a rock there. I couldn't really throw a rock at that Jewel off Napier, but I almost could. I really couldn't. I could only throw a rock probably 50 yards, and I certainly don't live 50 yards off from the Jewel off Napier, but I live really close. I live really close. Yeah, well, okay. Jordan Thomas, see, Blaze is your favorite. Granted, they have plant-based meat, but it's decent. Jewel Sushi is good. I am off today, Ty. I appreciate you asking. I'm off today, and it's going to be a day of luxury. It's going to be a day of luxury. I might call a masseuse and have him come deliver and bring some grapes and feed me grapes and rub my feet and rub my shoulders and just really pamper myself today because I've been working so hard. I deserve a little pampering. I've been so busy pouring my hearts and my soul and my fingers and my rubbing to other people that I think I deserve a little pampering. And let the people in my life take care of me and service me and love on me and spoil me and feed me grapes and kiss me on the forehead and pat my head and rub my tummy. Way to go, Jordan Thomas. Good luck on the job. This is so fun. This is so fun. I so appreciate that anybody cares to sit and talk with me on a morning. Green grapes, by far. Red grapes are fine. But, in my ratio of green grapes to red grapes, I probably eaten 10 green grapes for every red grape. And there must be a reason for that. I don't know, maybe red grapes are more plentiful or cheaper or what have you. But, I don't see any extra value to a red grape. Oi, bom dia Brazil. Somebody speaking Portuguese to me. Are red grapes dry? Okay, Jordan Thomas prefers red. And that's totally cool, Jordan. I think everybody should be themselves. And we all have different tastes and all different flavors and are all different people. And I think it's important to be ourselves and be the best version of ourselves and do our best and try our hardest and get a little better every day. And for me to get a little better on this day, I'm going to have to get a little food in this guy's tummy. That one chocolate Entenmann's donut that I've eaten isn't getting me through. And I'm drinking some coffee and I'm enjoying the day and I'm excited about the day for whatever it holds. Because we don't know what the future holds. But I think if we have a little faith and a little hope and a little belief and we put our worry and our anxiety and our fear aside, the future can look really bright. And not knowing what my future holds, I feel the future is really bright for me. And I believe it's bright for you guys as well. So I'm going to have one more sip of coffee. I want to thank you guys so much for joining on this Tuesday, for following on my story. Thank you, Sandy, for being a little part of my life and for cheering me on and sending me love when times are tough and laughing with me when times are good. And great seeing you, Jordan. I so appreciate you all. RJ, thank you for the hat and the mustache. I always think I look fairly funny in a mustache. Look like, I don't know, Freddie Mercury or somebody of that ilk. Hey, little man. I have a little man with a plan coming my way. Maybe before I say goodbye, I'm going to let you say hello to my little man with a plan if he wants to come over. I wonder if RJ sends a hat and mustache. Well, come here, Augie. Come here, Augie. You want to come to Dada? He's giving me kind of a perplexed look. He's leaning back. He's sitting down. He's sitting on a hose. He doesn't know what's going on. RJ, I woke up too early. All right. Well, I'm going to get Augie. Hold on. Hang with me. Oh, my body's sore. Come here, little man. Come here, little man. Hi, it's your dad. What's going on, little man with the plan? Man with the plan, man with the plan. Man with the plan, man with the plan. Man with the plan, do the man plan. Man with the plan, do the... Oh, isn't he my little nugget? You want some coffee? You want some coffee? Want coffee? No! Do you see what he did? When he wants something, he just wants to cuddle with his dada. And he likes coffee. I think he really enjoys the pumpkin spice. And he does. Oh, my gosh. I got to go back to that video and get a picture of that. Because Augie had a mustache and a cowboy hat. And move my head. Sorry. Move my head. Oh, I'm sorry if my head's getting in the way. But Augie had a cowboy hat and a mustache. And I think that'd be a funny picture. Little baby Augie with the mustache with his pacifier. Do you want to try the coffee yet? No, do you see that? He just swats it away. He lets us know if he wants something or if he doesn't want something. Yesterday, I came home or came in the morning and he was hungry and he started going like this. And it's cute because he signs. And again, he's learning to talk. And again, he's almost 2.5. And he's my beautiful little angel that God gave me or blessed me with 2.5 years ago. And I'm going to get watery-eyed just thinking of how important this little guy is to me and how this guy, he's not my everything because I have 4 kids, but if I didn't have 4 kids, he'd be my everything. And he likes throwing things. He just chucked his pacifier. You ready for your coffee? You want some coffee? You want to have it on the finger? There you go. But where are you going? You going to get your pacifier? All right, he's bored of the show. He wants to go on adventures. He wants to play in the yard, kick a ball around, have fun with Dada, and enjoy his day. And I'm so excited that I get to spend my day with my little man, Augie. And I'm looking forward to my day, and I hope you're looking forward to your day as well. I hope you, just for the record, for anybody out there that wonders how much I'm worried about germs and bacteria and stuff, I strongly believe that God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. And Augie threw his pacifier on the ground, went over there, picked it up, and put it back in his mouth. Augie, can you blow a kiss? Can you blow a kiss? Oh! Well, that's pretty cute. I'm going to leave you with that because it doesn't get any cuter than Augie blowing a kiss. So I so appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for joining. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Hope you're feeling good. Oh, what's the matter? You're fine. He's acting like he was crying, but I look at him and he looks totally fine. But I'm going to go, what did George wobble? Is that fake? Is that fake? I don't know. I think he needs a little extra love from his dada. So Dada's going to go give him a little extra love. I want to thank you guys all for the gifts. I so appreciate you. Appreciate you joining and sharing a little bit of your Tuesday with me. I go live regularly. I post a lot of videos. Hope you find some value in them. Thank you so much for joining again. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're loving yourself. Hope you're forgiving yourself. What is your trouble, little man? And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.